Life is loud. It's a symphony of demands, expectations, and distractions vying for our attention. From the moment we wake to the second we close our eyes, a constant barrage of stimuli bombards us. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes overflow, and the news cycles spin tales of uncertainty and chaos. It's easy to get swept up in the current, to feel like we're constantly running on a treadmill that never stops. We're conditioned to believe that busyness equates to productivity, that our worth is measured by how much we can cram into a single day. But what happens when the noise becomes deafening? What happens when the constant barrage of demands starts to chip away at our inner peace? The truth is, we all have a storm raging within us. It's the storm of modern life, fueled by pressure, deadlines, and the ever-present need to do more, be more, achieve more. We're taught to push down our emotions, to silence the inner voice that tells us to slow down, to breathe. We're told that true power lies in our ability to muscle through, to ignore the growing sense of unease in our hearts. But what if there's another way? What if true power doesn't come from conquering the noise, but from finding peace within it? We live in a world that glorifies the loud, the bold, the aggressive. We're told that to succeed, we need to be the loudest voice in the room, to constantly assert ourselves, to never back down from a challenge. We mistake aggression for strength, mistaking force for impact. But what about the quiet power of a calm mind? What about the strength that comes from within, from a place of deep-seated peace and self-assurance? This is the kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be heard, the kind of power that emanates from a place of deep inner knowing. This is the strength of a Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of unjust imprisonment, not with bitterness and rage, but with forgiveness and a profound sense of purpose. This is the strength of a Mahatma Gandhi, who led a nation to freedom, not through violence and aggression, but through peaceful resistance and unwavering belief in the power of truth. These leaders understood that true power doesn't come from overpowering others, but from mastering oneself. It's easy to feel the weight of the world on our shoulders. We carry the burdens of our past, the anxieties of the present, and the uncertainties of the future. We're bombarded with messages that tell us we're not enough, not successful enough, not thin enough, not happy enough. The weight of these expectations can be crushing, leaving us feeling lost, overwhelmed, and utterly depleted. In the midst of this chaos, it's easy to lose sight of our own inner strength, to forget that we have the power to choose how we respond to the challenges life throws our way. We forget that we are not simply products of our circumstances, but powerful creators capable of shaping our own realities. We have the power to choose calm amidst the storm, to find stillness in the midst of chaos. This is not a passive surrender, but an active act of rebellion against the noise of the world, a declaration that we will not be defined by the chaos swirling around us. This is the power of choosing to anchor ourselves in something deeper, something more meaningful than the fleeting demands of the external world. Calm is not a luxury. It's not a sign of weakness or a lack of ambition. In fact, it's the opposite. Calm is a strategic advantage in a world that thrives on chaos. It's the key to unlocking our full potential, to making clear-headed decisions, to leading with grace and impact. When we cultivate calmness, we tap into a wellspring of inner strength that allows us to weather any storm. We become more resilient, more adaptable, more capable of navigating the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and fortitude. This is the promise of calm, a promise of greater clarity, greater resilience, and ultimately, greater power. Our modern world thrives on a culture of urgency. We're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us to hurry, to act now, to never miss out. Emails demand immediate responses, notifications ping us with relentless urgency, and social media feeds scroll endlessly, creating a sense that something important is always happening elsewhere. This constant state of go, go, go leaves us feeling wired and exhausted, trapped in a cycle of reactivity that leaves little room for thoughtful reflection or genuine connection. We become slaves to the urgent, sacrificing the important on the altar of immediacy. This urgency trap is a cunning illusion. It tricks us into believing that our worth is tied to our productivity, that our value is measured by how much we can accomplish in a single day. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor, a testament to our importance and our ability to handle it all. But beneath the surface of this frenetic activity, a quiet unease begins to grow. We start to lose sight of what truly matters, our attention fragmented, our energy scattered in 1,000 different directions. We become victims of the very systems we've created, our lives dictated by the relentless demands of the external world. When we're caught in the grip of urgency, we often feel like we're in control. After all, we're the ones calling the shots, right? We're the ones setting the pace, dictating the schedule, and managing the endless to-do lists. But this sense of control is often an illusion, a mirage shimmering on the horizon of our overscheduled lives. The truth is, when we're constantly reacting to external demands, we relinquish control of our most precious resource, our attention. We allow ourselves to be pulled in countless directions, our focus fragmented, our energy depleted by the constant need to switch gears and respond to the latest urgent request. This lack of control over our attention has profound consequences. It prevents us from engaging deeply with the work that truly matters, from being fully present in our relationships, and from experiencing the joy and fulfillment that comes from living with intention. We become slaves to the tyranny of the urgent, sacrificing our well-being and our happiness on the altar of productivity. But there's another way to live, a way that begins by reclaiming control of our attention and directing it toward what truly matters. True strength doesn't always announce itself with a roar. It doesn't need to dominate, to overpower, or to control. Sometimes the greatest strength is found in stillness, in the quiet confidence that comes from within. This is the strength of a calm mind, a mind that is not easily swayed by the storms of life, a mind that remains grounded amidst the chaos. It's the kind of strength that emanates from a place of deep inner knowing, a place where fear and doubt have been replaced by peace and self-assurance. This quiet strength is often mistaken for weakness. In a world that values action and noise, stillness can be misconstrued as passivity or indifference. But nothing could be further from the truth. Calmness is not the absence of feeling, but the mastery of it. It's the ability to acknowledge our emotions without being ruled by them, to face challenges with courage and grace, and to make decisions from a place of clarity rather than reactivity. This is the power of calm, a power that is often underestimated yet infinitely transformative. Section 4. Mandela's Legacy, Calm Amidst the Storm. The power of calm is perhaps best exemplified in the life of Nelson Mandela. Imprisoned for 27 years for his fight against apartheid, Mandela endured unimaginable hardship and injustice. Yet he emerged from prison not with bitterness and rage, but with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation that astonished the world. How did he do it? How did he maintain his humanity in the face of such adversity? The answer lies in his unwavering commitment to inner peace. Even in the depths of his confinement, Mandela understood that true freedom began in the mind. He refused to allow his captors to control his thoughts or his emotions. He practiced yoga, meditated, and immersed himself in literature, nurturing his inner world while his outer world remained confined. This inner work was not a form of escapism, but a strategic act of resistance. By cultivating calmness amidst the storm, Mandela preserved his spirit, his dignity, and his unwavering belief in the possibility of a better future. Section 5. The Lion's Heart. Calmness is not about being passive or indifferent. It's not about suppressing our emotions or pretending that challenges don't exist. True calmness is a courageous act, a conscious choice to face life's difficulties with a steady heart and a clear mind. It's the lion's heart that remains unwavering in the face of danger, not because it is fearless, but because it has learned to master its fear. This kind of calmness requires practice. It's a muscle that needs to be developed through conscious effort and consistent training. Just as an athlete trains their body to perform at its peak, we can train our minds to remain calm and focused amidst the chaos. Through mindfulness practices, breathwork, and the cultivation of a more mindful approach to life, we can learn to access the stillness within, even when the world around us feels like it's spinning out of control. Section 6. Choosing your response. The world will always present us with challenges. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and moments that test our resolve. But in each of these moments, we have a choice. We can react with fear and anxiety, allowing ourselves to be swept away by the current of our emotions, or we can choose to respond with calmness and clarity. This choice is not always easy. Our instinctual response to pressure is often to tense up, to react defensively, to allow our emotions to dictate our actions. But with practice, we can learn to pause before reacting, to create space between the stimulus and our response. In that space, we can access the stillness within, the calm center that allows us to make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity. This is the power of choice, the power to choose calmness amidst the storm. History whispers the stories of remarkable individuals who faced extraordinary circumstances with an unwavering sense of calm. These were not individuals devoid of fear or doubt, but rather, they possessed a unique ability to tap into an inner reservoir of strength that allowed them to navigate the most treacherous storms with grace and composure. Their calmness was not a sign of weakness, but a testament to their unwavering belief in themselves and their ability to overcome any obstacle. They understood that true power didn't lie in brute force or aggression, but in the quiet resilience of a mind that refused to be shaken. Consider the unwavering spirit of Mahatma Gandhi, who led a nation to freedom through peaceful resistance. Imagine the strength it took to face down an empire, not with weapons and violence, but with the quiet dignity of nonviolent protest. Gandhi's calmness was not passive surrender. It was an active force, a strategic dismantling of oppression through the power of truth and unwavering belief. His calm demeanor, even in the face of brutal opposition, inspired millions and ultimately led to the dismantling of a system built on injustice. Picture Winston Churchill standing defiant against the Nazi war machine, his voice a beacon of hope in the darkest hours of World War II. Surrounded by fear and uncertainty, Churchill remained a pillar of strength, his calm resolve inspiring a nation to stand firm against tyranny. He understood that panic and despair were luxuries his country could not afford, and so he chose to lead with unwavering courage and a steadfast belief in the ultimate triumph of good over evil. Churchill's calmness was not a facade, it was a strategic weapon, a deliberate choice to project strength and confidence in the face of overwhelming odds. He knew that his words had the power to shape the morale of a nation, and so he chose them carefully, his speeches imbued with a sense of hope and determination that resonated deeply with the British people. His calmness was contagious, instilling a sense of belief that even in the darkest of times, victory was possible if they stood together, united in their resolve. Calmness is not simply an external demeanor. It's a state of mind, a way of perceiving the world that allows us to see beyond the surface chaos and tap into a deeper well of wisdom and insight. When we're caught in the throes of anxiety and fear, our vision narrows, our minds racing to process a torrent of worst-case scenarios. We become reactive, our decisions driven by fear rather than logic, our actions fueled by panic rather than purpose. However, when we cultivate calmness, we create space for clarity to emerge. The mental fog dissipates and we're able to see the bigger picture, to assess situations with a more objective lens. We become more discerning, more capable of identifying the root causes of problems and devising effective solutions. Our decision-making improves, our actions become more deliberate and impactful, and we navigate the complexities of life with greater ease and grace. Section 4911, Calm in the Face of Tragedy. The world watched in horror as the events of September 11, 2001 unfolded, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the ever-present potential for chaos. Amidst the unimaginable tragedy and heartbreak, stories emerged of extraordinary courage and resilience, ordinary individuals who rose to the occasion, their actions a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. First responders, firefighters, police officers, and everyday citizens ran towards danger, putting their own lives at risk to save others. In the face of such overwhelming devastation, one might expect panic and chaos to reign supreme. Yet, what emerged was a remarkable display of calmness and composure. First responders, despite witnessing scenes of unimaginable horror, acted with remarkable precision and efficiency, their training kicking in, their focus unwavering in the face of unimaginable grief. Amidst the rubble and despair, their calmness was a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome even the most profound adversity. Section 5. The gift of perspective. Calmness is inextricably linked to perspective. When we're able to step back from the immediacy of our emotions and view situations with a wider lens, we gain a new understanding of their true significance. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable shrink in size, their power to overwhelm us diminished by the realization that they are but temporary storms in the grand tapestry of our lives. This shift in perspective doesn't negate the very real challenges we face. It simply allows us to approach them with greater clarity and resilience. We develop a more balanced view of ourselves and our circumstances, recognizing that setbacks and failures are not defining moments, but rather opportunities for growth and learning. Our sense of self-worth becomes less dependent on external validation and more rooted in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing we have the inner strength to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life. Section 6. Confidence through calm. LeBron James and the power of self-belief. The pressure was immense, the weight of expectations resting heavily on his shoulders. The clock ticked down, the score tied, the outcome of the game, the season, perhaps even his legacy, hanging in the balance. This was LeBron James, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, facing a career-defining moment. The roar of the crowd, the flashing lights, the intense scrutiny of millions watching worldwide. It would have been enough to rattle even the most seasoned veteran. Yet, amidst the chaos and pressure, LeBron remained remarkably calm. He didn't allow the noise to penetrate his focus, didn't let the weight of expectations cloud his judgment. He took a deep breath, gathered himself, and trusted his training, his instincts, his years of experience. And in that moment of calm, he found clarity, a clear vision of what needed to be done. The shot went up, the buzzer sounded, and the crowd erupted. LeBron had delivered, once again rising to the occasion with a performance that defied the pressure, a testament to the power of calmness under fire. In the relentless rush of modern life, our breath often becomes shallow, hurried, a mere function of survival rather than a source of vitality and peace. We forget the profound power of this simple act, the way a few conscious breaths can shift our entire state of being. The breath is our anchor to the present moment, a bridge between the chaos of the external world and the stillness that resides within. It's a tool we can access anytime, anywhere, to calm our nervous systems, quiet the chatter of our minds, and reconnect with our inner strength. The next time you feel yourself getting caught in the grip of stress or anxiety, pause for a moment and bring your attention to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle flow of air in and out of your nostrils. Don't try to change your breath, simply observe it without judgment. As you do this, you may notice that your thoughts begin to slow down, the tension in your body starts to ease, and a sense of calm begins to wash over you. This is the power of the breath, a simple yet profound tool for accessing inner peace. Our minds are expert storytellers, weaving intricate narratives about the past, present, and future. While this ability to think and analyze is a remarkable gift, it can also become a source of great suffering when we allow our thoughts to run unchecked. We get caught in loops of worry, replaying past mistakes or fretting about future uncertainties, our minds transforming into echo chambers of anxiety and fear. Mindfulness offers a way out of this mental labyrinth, a path to freedom from the tyranny of our own thoughts. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting swept away by them. It's about cultivating a sense of awareness that allows us to choose how we respond to the constant stream of stimuli that bombard us throughout the day. Through mindfulness practices like meditation, we train our minds to become more present, more focused, and more resilient in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Our perceptions shape our reality. The way we view ourselves, our circumstances, and the world around us has a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and actions. When we're caught in the grip of negativity or fear, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, to become consumed by the immediacy of our problems. We forget that our current challenges, however daunting they may seem, are but temporary blips on the radar of our lives. Cultivating a wider perspective is essential for maintaining calmness and resilience. When we can step back from the immediacy of our emotions and view our situations with a more objective lens, we gain a new understanding of their true significance. We begin to see that setbacks and failures are not roadblocks, but rather detours on the path to our goals. We develop a more balanced view of ourselves, recognizing that our worth is not defined by our mistakes or our successes, but rather by our inherent value as human beings. Section 4. From reaction to response. In the heat of the moment, when emotions run high and stakes feel immense, our instinctual response is often to react. We lash out, we shut down, or we make rash decisions that we later regret. This reactivity is a survival mechanism, hardwired into our brains to protect us from perceived threats. However, in the modern world, where the threats we face are often more psychological than physical, our reactivity can do more harm than good. Cultivating calmness requires us to interrupt this cycle of reactivity and create space for a more measured, intentional response. It's about learning to pause before we speak or act, to take a deep breath, and to allow ourselves a moment to process our emotions before we allow them to dictate our behavior. This pause, this brief moment of stillness amidst the storm, can make all the difference. It allows us to tap into our higher selves, to make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than fear, and to respond to challenges with grace and composure. Section 5. Decision-making in the eye of the storm. Life is full of decisions, some small and inconsequential, others life-altering and profound. Our ability to make sound decisions, especially when faced with pressure or uncertainty, is essential for our well-being and success. When we're calm and centered, we access a clarity of thought that allows us to weigh our options carefully, consider the potential consequences of our actions, and make choices that are aligned with our values and goals. However, when we're anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed, our decision-making abilities become compromised. Our minds, clouded by fear and uncertainty, struggle to process information effectively, leading to impulsive choices or a paralysis of indecision. We may overanalyze, second-guess ourselves, or allow our emotions to cloud our judgment, resulting in decisions that we later regret. Cultivating calmness is essential for clear-headed decision-making, allowing us to navigate life's complexities with greater wisdom and discernment. Section 6. The ripple effect of calm. Calmness is contagious. When we cultivate a sense of inner peace, it radiates outwards, impacting not only our own well-being, but also the lives of those around us. Our calm demeanor has a calming effect on others, creating a ripple effect that spreads outwards, transforming potentially volatile situations into opportunities for connection and understanding. When we're able to remain calm and centered in the face of stress or adversity, we become pillars of strength for others to lean on. Our presence exudes a quiet confidence that inspires trust and respect, creating a sense of safety and security for those around us. Our words, spoken with thoughtfulness and composure, carry greater weight. Our actions, guided by wisdom rather than reactivity, have a more positive impact. In a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty, our calmness becomes a beacon of hope, a testament to the transformative power of inner peace. In the high-stakes arena of professional sports, where pressure is a constant companion and the margin for error is razor-thin, calmness becomes more than just a desirable trait. It becomes a competitive edge. Athletes who can maintain their composure under pressure, who can silence the roar of the crowd and the internal chatter of self-doubt, gain a significant advantage over their rivals. They're able to access a level of focus and clarity that allows them to perform at their peak, even when the stakes are highest. Think of Serena Williams standing on the precipice of tennis history, one serve away from securing another Grand Slam title. The weight of expectation is immense, the eyes of the world upon her. yet she exudes a sense of unwavering calm. Her breath is steady, her movements fluid, her gaze unwavering as she prepares to unleash a serve that will etch her name even deeper into the annals of sporting legend. It's this ability to find stillness amidst the storm that allows her to consistently rise to the occasion, to deliver her best performances when it matters most. The benefits of calmness extend far beyond the realm of professional sports, permeating every aspect of our personal and professional lives. Whether we're facing a challenging work deadline, navigating a difficult conversation with a loved one, or simply trying to stay afloat in the sea of everyday demands, our ability to remain calm under pressure is paramount to our well-being and success. It's the rudder that steers us through choppy waters, the anchor that keeps us grounded when the winds of change threaten to blow us off course. Imagine a CEO delivering a critical presentation to a room full of investors. The future of their company, the livelihoods of their employees, the trust of their stakeholders. All of it hinges on their ability to articulate their vision with clarity and conviction. A nervous tremor, a wavering voice, a moment of self-doubt. These subtle cues can undermine even the most meticulously crafted message. However, a leader who exudes calmness, who speaks with measured tones and a steady gaze, inspires confidence and trust in their audience. Their composure becomes a silent testament to their competence, their ability to handle the pressure, a reflection of their ability to lead. Job interviews are often nerve-wracking experiences, a crucible where our skills, experience, and personality are put to the test. We meticulously prepare our resumes, research the company, and rehearse our answers. Yet the moment we step into the interview room, a wave of anxiety can wash over us, threatening to unravel even the most well-rehearsed facade. It's in these moments when the pressure is on and the stakes feel high that the power of calmness shines brightest. Imagine two candidates with identical qualifications, both equally capable on paper. The first candidate, riddled with nerves, struggles to articulate their thoughts clearly, their voice trembling, their body language conveying a sense of unease. The second candidate, however, exudes a quiet confidence. They maintain eye contact, their voice steady, their answers thoughtful and well articulated. While their qualifications may be equal, their demeanor speaks volumes. The calm candidate projects an aura of competence, composure, and self-assurance, qualities that are highly valued in any professional setting. Negotiation is an art form, a delicate dance between assertiveness and empathy, a quest to find common ground amidst competing interests. Whether we're negotiating a salary, a business deal, or even the terms of a personal relationship, our ability to remain calm and collected under pressure is essential for achieving a mutually beneficial outcome. When we allow our emotions to dictate our actions, we risk making concessions we later regret, or worse, sabotaging the entire negotiation. Picture two parties locked in a high-stakes business negotiation. The first party, fueled by ego and a desire to win at all costs, approaches the negotiation with an aggressive, confrontational style. They interrupt, they make demands, they threaten to walk away if their demands aren't met. The second party, however, exudes a quiet strength. They listen attentively, speak with measured tones, and focus on finding creative solutions that address the needs of all involved. While the first party may initially appear to have the upper hand, their aggression ultimately undermines their position, creating an atmosphere of distrust and animosity. The calm negotiator, on the other hand, builds rapport, fosters collaboration, and ultimately secures a more favorable outcome for everyone involved. Leadership is not a position, it's a presence. It's not about wielding power over others, but about empowering those around us to reach their full potential. It's about inspiring, motivating, and guiding others towards a shared vision, even amidst uncertainty and challenge. And at the heart of effective leadership lies a profound sense of calmness, a calmness that instills confidence, fosters trust, and provides a steady hand in the face of adversity. Imagine a team facing a seemingly insurmountable challenge, morale low, doubts swirling. A leader who reacts with panic or frustration only amplifies the sense of anxiety and despair. However, A calm leader, even in the midst of turmoil, becomes a beacon of hope. Their steady demeanor, their clear communication, their unwavering belief in the team's ability to overcome, these qualities inspire confidence and provide a sense of direction when it's needed most. Calm leadership is not about having all the answers, but about creating a space where solutions can emerge, where individuals feel supported, and where collective wisdom can prevail. Calmness is contagious. When we cultivate a sense of inner peace, it radiates outwards, influencing not only our own state of being, but also the emotional climate of our relationships, our workplaces, and our communities. Our calm demeanor has a ripple effect, creating a more harmonious and productive environment for everyone around us. When we interact with others from a place of calmness, we inspire confidence and trust. People feel seen, heard, and respected, which fosters open communication and collaboration. Our ability to remain grounded amidst the chaos of everyday life gives others permission to do the same, creating a virtuous cycle of calmness that uplifts and empowers everyone involved. In a world that often feels fragmented and chaotic, our calmness becomes a gift, a reminder that peace is possible, even amidst the storm. The world is a whirlwind of demands, a cacophony of voices vying for our attention. It's easy to get swept up in the current, to feel like we're constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions. But here's the truth. We always have a choice. We can choose to react to the chaos with more chaos, to meet the noise with more noise, or we can choose a different path. We can choose the path of calm. This choice won't always be easy. Our brains are wired for survival, and in the face of pressure, our instinctual response is often to tense up, to react defensively, to allow our emotions to dictate our actions. But we are not prisoners of our instincts. We are capable of choosing a different response. The power of calm is not about suppressing our emotions or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about acknowledging the storm without allowing it to consume us. It's about recognizing that we have the strength to weather any storm, not by fighting against it, but by finding our center, our inner sanctuary, the place where peace resides. This is the power we all possess, the power to choose calm amidst the chaos. In a world that glorifies busyness, stillness can feel like a radical act. We're conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to our productivity, that our value is measured by how much we can cram into a single day. But what if we challenged this assumption? What if we dared to embrace stillness, not as a luxury or an indulgence, but as a necessity, a strategic advantage in a world that's constantly trying to deplete us? Stillness is not about doing nothing. It's about creating space for something deeper, something more meaningful to emerge. It's in the quiet moments, the pauses between the noise, that we connect with our intuition, our creativity, our inner wisdom. Embrace those moments. Carve out time for stillness in your day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Turn off the notifications, silence the phone, and allow yourself to simply be. Breathe deeply, quiet your mind, and listen to the whispers of your soul. You might be surprised by what you hear. The legacy we leave behind is not measured in accolades or possessions, but in the impact we have on the lives of others. It's the energy we bring to our interactions, the kindness we offer freely, the way we make others feel. When we cultivate calmness within ourselves, we naturally radiate a sense of peace and tranquility that touches everyone we encounter. We become beacons of hope, reminding others that even in the midst of life's storms, there is a still point within, a place of peace that cannot be shaken. Imagine the impact we could have on the world if we all committed to cultivating more calmness in our lives. Imagine the ripple effect of peace that would emanate outwards, transforming our relationships, our communities, and our world. This is the legacy we can all leave behind, a legacy of calm, a legacy of peace, a legacy of love. The world needs your calmness now more than ever. We live in a time of unprecedented change and uncertainty, a time when fear and anxiety seem to be lurking around every corner. It's easy to get caught up in the collective frenzy, to allow the noise of the world to drown out the whispers of our own hearts. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can choose a different path. We can choose to be the calm amidst the storm. It starts with a single breath, a moment of awareness, a conscious choice to interrupt the cycle of reactivity and tap into the wellspring of peace that resides within each of us. It's about recognizing that our true power doesn't lie in our ability to control the world around us, but in our ability to master ourselves, to cultivate a sense of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Be the calm. Be the peace. Be the love. The world is waiting.